to go through this?
Nah, I don't. I ain't going through it, and you're obstructing my way.
No,
Yes, you are. This is a public footpath.
Why don't you want to go?
Because I don't want to go through it.
Why not?
Because it's not. I don't have to. It's not a legal requirement to go through it, bro.
What's the problem?
I don't want to go through it. That's why.
Okay. Well, obviously, refusing to go through the arch builds our suspicion, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Oi, listen. You think if I had something on me, yeah, I'm going to be stood here arguing with you? You're an idiot, mate.
No.
You're an idiot.
People do.
You're an absolute idiot.
Okay.
You're an idiot. I ain't going through it. Move out my way. You're in my way.
No.
You're in my way.
The arch,
I'll stand here all day then. I'll wait until you go.
Well, you can stand there all day.
Yeah. Does it make you feel big, does it? Powerful?
No, I'm just doing my job.
No,
Okay.
you're not doing your job, man. You're not doing your job.
Stuff like this is aimed to make the community safer, to prevent people from carrying knives and stuff like that. Alright?
Talk shit.
Okay.
You talk shit.
That's exactly what it's for.
You talk shit. Gonna move out my way, please, miss? No.
like you said, it raises suspicions as to why you won't walk through it.
Because I don't get dictated to by you. That's why, yeah? No way, when I'm going about my day, am I being dictated to by you, or him, or him, or him, or her, or him. Not one of you's dictating to me to walk through that piece of shit.
A knife arch does not automatically turn a public footpath into a mandatory checkpoint. Choosing to walk around it is not unlawful or suspicious. It is simply a person exercising their freedom of movement in a public place. When the officer says that refusing to walk through the arch raises suspicion, he creates suspicion based solely on a person's choice. Police suspicion should be based on objective facts and behavior, not on someone refusing to take part in a voluntary screening. Community safety is important, but it does not give officers the power to treat every lawful refusal as suspicious.
No, I can't. Oh, right, so if you really think there's suspicion, so if I turn and say I'm walking the other way now, you're not going to search me, no?
That'll be for a male officer.
You contradict yourselves, man. You contradict yourselves.
You're going to be the same for purpose of search under Section 1 of PACE, alright?
You're searching me?
Yeah, I'm going to search you.
Wow, get your hands off
You've been
me.
aggressive and shouted at me, so I'm going to put you in cuffs for my safety for now.
Are you mad?
Safety, alright?
Are you mad?
Just give me your hand, please.
What the f*** is wrong with you?
Careful your wrist, alright?
Oi, I'm recording you, you silly
Recording. Right. Obviously, you've avoided the knife arch, didn't you?
Well, there's no need to handcuff me like this. I've been stood here how long?
You've avoided the knife arch, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I just don't want to come through it. I just don't want to go through it.
That's perfectly fine. What I'm looking for is any privacy articles, mailed on you, so bladed articles, knives.
Do not touch my...
Less of that, alright, mate?
Don't touch my... Man.
This is what the officer's telling you.
Listen, bro, it's not a legal requirement. You're going to be hearing from my solicitor.
Edwards, 28212, the collar number.
You're going to be hearing from my solicitor.
The officer claims that Bear is handcuffed because he is shouting and acting aggressively. However, raising your voice alone does not automatically justify the use of handcuffs. Handcuffs are generally used to prevent escape, protect safety, or manage a genuine risk. In this situation, Bear is not trying to run away, threaten anyone, or become physically violent. The officer then changes his explanation, claiming the search is justified because Bear avoided the knife arch. But avoiding a voluntary screening point does not, by itself, suggest that someone is carrying a weapon. Under Section 1 of PACE, officers must have reasonable grounds to suspect a person is carrying prohibited items before carrying out a search.
What are you doing, man? Pulling my pants down. You're pulling my pants down, man.
Put your pants, stop shouting.
He just pulled my trousers down.
You're searching your pockets, your outer pockets, okay? Don't shout, you're in a public place. Now stop being abusive towards the officer.
You're abusing me right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. You're abusing me now, Sergeant.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's not.
Look, you ain't going to find nothing, mate, because I'm not carrying anything. You're putting your hands down my trousers, man. You just put your hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. Just put his hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. Was that really worth it?
Told you what you've been saying.
Nah, you knew, man. If I had something on me, I'm not going to be stood here arguing with a copper, am I? So I don't have to walk through it now, do I?
No, you've been searched. Do you want a copy of your
Muppet.
search?
Nah, do I? Shit.
Don't want a copy of your search?
Actually, yeah, I do. Gonna need it for my solicitor, ain't I?
No problem.
You'll take your details now and you're entitled to a copy of that.
Nah, you don't need my details for a search. That's untrue.
The constable's actions are concerning, but the sergeant's role is even more important. A supervising officer should make sure police powers are used correctly and step in when there are weak or insufficient grounds. An experienced sergeant should recognize that refusing a voluntary request is not, on its own, reasonable suspicion. The search ultimately finds nothing: no weapon, no prohibited items, and no evidence to support the officer's suspicions. That result raises important questions about whether the original grounds for the search were strong enough. When senior officers approve searches without proper justification, it can undermine public confidence in the fair use of police powers.
Do not need my details for a search.
So
I like the way you try, though. I like the way you try. It's good, isn't it?
Listen to me. I'm white British. How would you identify yourself as? I'll put not stated down here, alright? It's optional. I know it's optional. Are you going to give your name and date of birth? No? Okay.
You know people don't have to go through here. And then to use Section 1 as pace as your reasonable suspicion is abuse of powers, man. It's abuse of Section 1 of pace, and you know it. You know it as a sergeant. I hope you do as a sergeant anyway. And then my solicitor's going to know this, and you're going to be hearing from them.
If you could just move out the way.
Don't tell me where to stand. It's a public. Is this now private space? I don't care. You're in everyone's way. You're in everyone's way.
Watch out for this man trying to get the car.
Have I got eyes in the back of my head? Would you usually be here telling me to watch everyone behind me? Don't tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do, man. Read this.
Hello.
This is where you messed up today. In general, police cannot compel individuals to walk through a metal detector in a public place.
Okay.
The act of walking through a metal detector is considered a voluntary, and there is no legal basis.
Read the rest.
No legal
Read the rest,
basis for demanding it. However, if the police officer has reasonable suspicion or probable cause to believe a person is carrying a prohibited item, you didn't think I was.
So read the rest then. Carry on reading. I hope your glasses get this, because you're just proving my point right, okay?
How am I proving yours right?
Because exactly what I said
How
to you
am
is
I
exactly
proving
what
your... No, it doesn't.
Exactly
No,
what
it
I said,
doesn't.
tried to say to you in there is exactly what you're reading.
Police can use stop and search powers when they have reasonable suspicion that someone is carrying a prohibited item. However, the key issue is where that suspicion comes from. In this case, the officer appears to rely mainly on the fact that Bear chose not to walk through the knife arch. A voluntary screening process should not become the reason for creating suspicion. The guidance allows officers to use existing legal search powers when genuine grounds already exist. Here, there is no suggestion of intelligence, a suspect description, visible evidence, or suspicious behavior beyond the decision to avoid a voluntary screening point. Simply choosing a lawful alternative should not, by itself, become the basis for a search.
I said I can't force you to go through, but if you don't go
It's
through,
not a legal right.
It raises my suspicion.
No, it doesn't raise your suspicion. So you know where else you've messed up. You know your female colleague.
Yeah.
She told me if I didn't want to walk through it, to walk round. So if you really believed,
Okay, well,
no, but you're all stood there together in the same operation.
I wasn't stood with my colleague.
Yes, you were. You were all stood there. The video's going to show it, mate. When I send this to the solicitor, it's going to show it. Yeah. So you have searched me under Section 1 of PACE and abused your powers
Not at all.
today. Yes, you have.
Just read it and proved that.
Yes, you have.
You've just
Yes,
read
you
it
have.
and proved that I haven't abused my powers.
No, you have. It says it there. None of your business if it's recording. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right here or you are. And I guarantee my solicitor ties you up in knots.
That's no problem.
Guaranteed.
You're well in your right to do it.
Guaranteed.
The female officer's comment changes the situation completely. By confirming that people are free to walk around the knife arch, she makes it clear that using the alternative route is allowed. That statement becomes important because it directly affects the justification for the search.
You can go the long way around.
No, I can't.
The officer's own words confirm that the knife arch is voluntary. If people are allowed to walk around it, then choosing that option cannot later be treated as suspicious behavior. Police cannot offer a lawful choice and then use that same choice as the reason for detaining or searching someone. Suspicion must exist independently of a person's decision to decline a voluntary request. Once the officer accepts that walking around the knife arch is permitted, the argument that avoiding it created suspicion becomes much harder to support. At that point, the search appears to be based more on disagreement than on objective evidence.
And then I've just literally showed you that you've got no right to do it there without reasonable suspicion.
You showed him, and he's proved to you.
No, he ain't shown me nothing. He ain't showed me nothing. He just told me what he thinks.
Okay,
No, I told you what it
I've
says
just
there.
told you. No, I've just told you. I've just read it out to you. So
Yeah,
don't make
you've read it
out.
out.
I've just
You've
read it
read
out
me
to you.
right, that's what-
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
We're going to argue
You can
all day,
agree to
aren't we?
disagree,
So,
can't you?
there's
At
no
the end of the
point.
day, you take it to your solicitor, and that's it, isn't it? We don't need to go round and round this same circle.
Make sure you're not touching nobody else's today
If
or
you-
anybody else's.
I'm going to stand here. Can I ask? We're in a public place. If you keep your voice down, don't get shouted.
What?
Because we're in
Is there a law about how loud I speak?
Public order.
What about how loud I speak?
Just keep calm for me. I'll happily chat with you as long as you stay calm.
Go on. You wanna mess up again and go and arrest me for a public order?
As long as we're not shouting.
Where's your complainant? Has someone come up and complained about my conduct?
We'll be fine.
Has anyone come up to you and complained about my conduct? Have you got a complainant? Didn't think so.
Bear does not need to justify his actions because the facts speak for themselves. He was stopped after choosing to walk around a voluntary knife arch. He was handcuffed because officers claimed his behavior justified it, and he was searched with the approval of a sergeant. In the end, the search found nothing illegal. Looking at the incident as a whole, the encounter raises important questions about how police powers were used. Officers first tried to control movement on a public footpath, then offered an alternative route, and later treated the use of that route as suspicious. When that reasoning was challenged, the situation escalated further. The search produced no evidence of wrongdoing, which naturally leads to questions about whether the original suspicion was properly supported. Knife crime is a serious issue, and police have an important role in preventing it. However, effective policing depends on intelligence, evidence, and proportionate use of powers. Turning everyday lawful behavior into grounds for suspicion risks damaging public trust without necessarily improving public safety. Strong policing is built on fairness, accountability, and respect for the law. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to support independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out Bear Britain Audit using the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.